In this energy clearing session, we are looking at the tendency to want to jump in and say too much and not listen. So we're going to clear that. So stay tuned. Hi, it's Robin from Vibration Elevation, and today's card is from the Ascended Masters deck by Doreen Virtue. This card, the name of it is Manjushri. Sorry if I said that wrong. And the card simply says, listen. Now, it's such a balance when you're in a conversation to see who is the one speaking and who is the one listening. I tend to be surrounded by a lot of people that I find myself just sitting and listening, right? And it doesn't feel very good sometimes. Like, yeah, I like to listen, but conversation should be balanced. And sometimes I joke around, and you guys are going to crack up with this, but I call myself a chair ornament because I feel like I'm just sitting there and I listen and I listen, and it can go for an hour where all I do is listen. And like, I'm really not needed. That's what I think. Like, people, just are talking to hear themselves talk. And I am also guilty of that. Like, when I get into something where we're talking about something that I'm really passionate about, I can talk too much. And so it's all about the balance of listening and talking. So it's absolutely no good to just sit and listen and listen and listen. And it's also no good to just talk, 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 talk. So this is going to be about helping to create a balance between the listening and the talking. And I don't know about you, but you may have friends where, or the people that you communicate with, you can notice when there's somebody you're in a really good balance conversation with, because it just flows. It's almost like a game of tennis. Like, the ball goes from one person and then back to the other. And it kind of flows back and forth. Well, that's good balance. So we're going to clear the unbalanced energy between too much listening and too much talking. So if you have a conversation or a person that you communicate with in mind, where one of you is a chair ornament, and if you're noticing this, it's probably you, quite honestly. But anyway, where one person is a chair ornament, where they're just sitting there, they're not really needed in the conversation because the other person wants to talk and basically do all the talking. Think of that conversation or that situation as we do this clearing. And we're going to clear some of that energy around it, because it really can't be all one-sided. There has to be energy on both sides. Okay, so here we go. Let's do the clearing. Just notice what happens as you hear the chimes, because the clearing happens behind the chimes. So when you hear chimes in my videos, that means there's clearing being done. Like, I won't do any clearing anywhere that you don't know that I'm doing clearing, okay, with the chimes. So here we go. All right, so that is all done. As the days go on, today, the following days, when you find yourself in a conversation, start to notice the balance. And whichever way, if you feel like it's imbalanced, ask yourself, what do I need to do? Do I need to speak more? Do I need to input what I want to say more, even if it means like interrupting? Or do I need to step back and let this other person talk more? Just pay attention to the balance of the conversation. And do it in a kind of like an easygoing way. Like there's no right or wrong. It's just going to help improve, well, first of all, how you feel in conversations. And it will probably help the other person improve how they feel in conversations, because sometimes people don't want to have silence and they will continue to talk and talk and talk just to fill the silence. That's if you don't speak enough, which is the one that usually happens to me. Anyhow, thank you again for listening, for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. And for more energy clearing, be sure to hit subscribe and leave me a comment. All right? Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.